Good morning, YouTubers. It is Wednesday, January 13th. This is my real hair color, and I lost 4.2 pounds this week. I weighed at 285 this morning, which was pretty darn exciting for me, especially since I didn't think that there would be too much to write home about on the scale this morning. Yesterday morning, I sneakily weighed myself because I was going to the doctor, and I weighed 288, and this morning I weighed 285, so obviously I did something right. I had a little last chance workout, as in like of the Biggest Loser, but mine wasn't that. It wasn't 12 hours straight in a gym. I sat down to do, well, I stood up to do my mile on DVD, and the DVD player for whatever reason wasn't working, so I just left it. It wasn't doing anything, and I got down on the floor to do crunches as my doctor directed me to do, and about 80 crunches in, the DVD started working, so I did the last 20 of the planned 100 and got up and did my mile, and I felt really good. And I had a little epiphany last night. I'm not working. Why aren't I working out more? There are days when I don't do my mile at all, and it doesn't even make any sense. I have all the time in the world on my hands. Well, that's not technically true, because since I've been laid off, I've been employed as a personal assistant, a chauffeur, a personal slave, a secretary, you know, a cook, all of that good stuff. I'm looking right after the family. But anyways, there is absolutely no reason why I'm only doing a 15-minute workout every day. I should be, or even not, I'm not even doing it every day. I should be doing it at least every day, and I should be doing something a little more too. So I have a Tony Little Gazelle cross trainer, which I'm going to pull out here today. And I'm going to try and put a half an hour in on that in the mornings, do my mile in the evenings, and maybe do some crunches or some other weight training exercises in between, because if I can do 4.2 pounds in a week with this little effort, imagine what I can do if I really put my mind to it. So, yes, I went to the doctor yesterday to talk about some side effects of some hormone therapy that we're going through right now, and everything is good. I'm healthy. I mentioned about the energy levels. I mentioned a couple of videos ago that I was going to talk to her about how, you know, how I don't have much energy, but I have found that since I've started to eat better and started to try and work on getting a little more exercise, being a little more active, I have energy. I can get up in the morning, and it used to be that I would want 1 or 2 naps a day, per day. And they would range from anywhere from 2 to 4 hours long. So I would be essentially going into a deep sleep mode during the day, which it's not good. Since I started eating healthy, probably in the last month, I've had exactly 2 naps that I can think of. One was about an hour long, and the other was about 10 minutes. I just drifted off for 10 minutes, and those were days that I didn't get a lot of sleep at night, and I'm working at getting the sleep that I need at night so that I can turn around and have energy during the day. So she didn't have anything to say energy-wise, since I told her that the new excessive consumption of produce and that sort of thing is really helping me out. We did talk about horseback riding as exercise, so for all of you out there who are following me on the written blog, afatgirlafathorse.blogspot.com, or are also horseback riders that just watch my weight loss videos, I just wanted to say that she said yes. Horseback riding is exercise. Obviously not just sitting there is exercise, and it takes a lot more for some to get aerobic benefit from horseback riding, depending on where your metabolism is, but she said yes, definitely, and she says that dressage and jumping are some of the best. And then she asked me if I had an indoor facility to ride at, and I said no, so she said, why don't you come over Sunday and try out my big dressage horse? I have never ridden a dressage horse before, and he is apparently quite talented, because he can do the passage and the tampi, which are where they the passage is where they kind of trot in place, which requires a lot of collection, and the tampi, I believe, is where they switch leads every second stride, which also requires a lot of collection and training, so I'm pretty excited to give him a try. She says he's quite a schoolmaster, and he's a big boy, bigger than what I'm used to riding, so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot to say. Surprise! I'll give you guys a break, because last week I went ranty like crazy about The Biggest Loser and loving yourself and all that sort of thing, but you know, I did watch The Biggest Loser again tonight, and I cried the whole way through it, yet again. And I really don't have anything to say on that mark. I think, although I do think it's probably very, very hard for these people who have lost, who lost 30 pounds last week to come back and they've only lost 9 pounds this week. It could probably be very discouraging, and I'm interested to see how the weight loss patterns kind of vary and fluctuate as they go through the season. So I'm pretty excited to keep watching that. But oh my god, 2 hours in one sitting. It's like a marathon. My dad and I sat and watched it, and I was like, is this ever going to be over? But I enjoyed it. Anyways, that's all I have to say, and I will get back to you next week and let you know whether I was actually able to step up the exercise like I told you all that I was going to. Have a good week.